Hello friends, are you wondering how you can plan your trip to Ladakh by air? Is it a good idea to fly directly to such a high altitude place? Well, today in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I am going to suggest you the most perfect itinerary for traveling to Ladakh by air, which has been used or followed by thousands of people in the past decade. So let's get started. Hello, Namaste and Jule. If you are new to my channel, my name is Dheeraj and I run a travel blog, devilonwheels.com. So, flying to Leh Ladakh, should you take the risk? Well, flying directly to a high altitude place like Leh, which is about 3500 meters in altitude, it can cause serious AMS issues. Hence, one must always be aware of the importance of acclimatization. When you fly to such a high altitude place like Leh, you must give your body a chance to acclimatize before you actually start getting with the trip. That is the precise reason why road journey to Ladakh is much more fun, because it allows your body to gradually adapt with the increase in the altitude. But let's look at how you can combat AMS and have a successful trip to Ladakh when you fly to Leh as well. So I would suggest a 8 to 9 days itinerary for your Leh Ladakh trip by air. You can modify this itinerary and cut off the places that you are not interested in. So day one would be simply flying to Leh, either from Delhi or Srinagar or Jammu or maybe like Mumbai, and then you check in at hotel. Many hotels provide you a free pickup and drop to airport, so do ask your hotel before you book there. Secondly, you need to take ample of rest. You need to keep your body hydrated throughout the day. Do not overexert yourself. Do not take too many stairs up and down. Just relax and avoid sleeping in the daytime. It will help your body adapt to the high altitude, but the key is to keep your body hydrated and less exerted. In the evening, what you can do is explore Leh local market, or maybe go to Shanti Stupa at the top and have an aerial view of Leh town. While coming back to your hotel, you can basically have a nice dinner at some restaurant at Changspa Road. Now day 2. Day 2 is all about Leh local sightseeing and getting the inner line permits. You need inner line permits to visit inner line areas of Ladakh, which are Nubra Valley, Pangong Tso and Sumorri. If you are feeling okay, then do local sightseeing in Leh, which can include Hall of Fame, visiting Leh Palace, Shankar Gompa, visit Leh local market and Datun Sahib, explore some restaurants around Changspa Road, stroll in the main market, do some shopping. All these things you can do as a part of your Leh local sightseeing. Alternatively, you can visit Sham Valley as well. That would include sightseeing to Indus and Zanskar confluence, Gurdwara Pathar Sahib, Magnetic Hills, Alchi Monastery, Likir Monastery and Basgo Plains. This will require a whole day and you can come back to Leh for overnight stay. Now day 3. On day 3, you will be heading to Khardungla Pass and further to Nubra Valley. Start your day early and cross Khardungla Pass. I would highly recommend that you do not stay at Khardungla Pass for more than 10-12 minutes. On this day, once you reach Nubra Valley, you can visit Diskit, which has monastery with the tallest Buddha statue, and then in the evening go for sand dunes in Hundar. You can have like Bactrian camel or double humped camel safari as well over there. Now day 4. On day 4, you can travel from Hundar, Diskit, Sumur, Penamik, Khardungla and back to Leh. So Sumur has a famous monastery that you can check out, and Penamik has a hot water spring along with a lake called Yarabso. It is a small wish pond that locals use to make wishes, but if you like, you can go ahead and have a hike to it. Now comes day 5. On day 5, you would be traveling from Leh to Pangong Tso. However, you can cover either of Hemis, Thikske or She Monastery on the way to Pangong Tso. And then you can spend all the time at Pangong Tso. You can spend some time while going to Pangong Tso at Changla Pass, there are a couple of lakes that also comes in between. And just relax at Pangong Tso and enjoy the beauty of it. Next day, which is day 6, you would follow the journey back to Leh from Pangong Tso, or you can visit again like Thiksay Monastery or Shea Palace while coming back. So a journey from Leh to Pangong and Pangong to Leh, one side it will take you about 5 or 6 hours. So this ends day 6 for you. If you do not have more days at hand, what you can do is you can fly back home and end your trip. Or if you have more days at hand, at least a couple of days, then I would recommend that you try and go for a 2-day trip to Somorri. Somorri is a beautiful lake. Personally, I prefer it more than Pangong Tso, especially because of its desolate route and less number of tourists over there. So how you can make it, like you can go from Leh on day 7 and follow the route towards Chumathang via Upshi, and then take the Mahe Bridge and go over to Somorri. You can sleep overnight at Somorri, relax over there, spend some time around the lake, and next day what you can do on day 8 is take the route from Sokar Lake. Like from Somorri, you can take a route to Sokar Lake. If you are a fan of birds, then you will be able to spot some nice birds around Sokar Lake. From Sokar Lake, you can exit to Manali Leh Highway and come back via Tanglanga Pass towards Leh. So this will help you cover some exciting portion of Manali Leh Highway as well, and the journey is like really beautiful. Again, if you do not have more than 8 days, then fly back on day 9 and return home. That calls for the whole, Sunday to Sunday week's trip over 9 days. Now, are you interested in saving a day? Well, yes, you can save a day by taking a direct route from Nubra Valley to Pangong Tso on day 4 and return back on day 5 to Leh. So this will help you save one more day. Alternatively, you can also do a day trip to Pangong Tso. So what you can do with that saved day, either you have less number of days and you can adjust the itinerary accordingly, or I would highly recommend that saved day you should spend in Nubra Valley and visit one of the most beautiful villages out there called Turtuk. Now this finishes everything I wanted to tell you about a perfect itinerary to Leh Ladakh by air. Lastly, if you found this video helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you need any kind of help or have any questions on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas or Ladakh or Spiti or other parts of Himachal and Uttarakhand, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you right away. Till then, my friends, Chule.